In this video, I'm going to be putting my NP02 through its paces and seeing what kind of accuracy can be achieved with a budget rifle in the hands of a beginner air rifle shoot in person. If you watched the last video, I zeroed it at 45 meters. It is meters, not yards. You need to remember that today. Today, I'm going to re-zero it at 25 meters, then push it to 35. Use the mil dots, not reticles, the mil dots in the sight to try to adjust myself and see whether or not I can get some decent groups like that. And once I've done that, when it gets to needing to fill the air back up again, what I want to do is fill it right the way back up and then just keep shooting until I start to notice the accuracy drop off. I think they call it the sweet spot. A lot of the people in my comments have been talking about the sweet spot. The NP02 is unregulated, which means the amount of air that's in the bottle, as well as this one here, the amount of air that's in those will affect the performance of the shot. So it's just something I need to make myself aware of, because I had no idea that there was a sweet spot, but thanks to my comment section, now I do. I'm lucky enough to be back at D range today, buzzing with that. Cheers, Daz. So yeah, see what we can figure out. Massive thanks to everyone who subscribed. People in the comments are fantastic. It's actually driving me on to do more videos, because the more you comment, the more I need to try stuff out. So one of the things I did notice in the comments, a lot of people talking about other pellets. At the moment, just to keep everything at control level at the minute, I'm going to stick with the JSB Jumbo Diablos. Touching on that gently now, because I didn't realise just how in-depth the pellet situation actually is. I'll be talking to John at Hawkseye TV today, and he's given me a selection of pellets I'll be testing in another video, but I didn't realise there's a lot of fine tweaking that goes in, even down to the size of the pellet. Loads to learn. Let's go put some targets up. I'm talking too much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little look. Luckily, this was just zero in the rifle, so you didn't really miss much when my GoPros decided that they were going to give up the ghost and stop recording absolutely anything. I don't reckon that GoPro recorded any of that, but I don't know if it can't be a testament to me. It has to be to the gun, but a shed load of twisting down. I think 4 clicks left. Well, I'll let you see. I'll let you see. Hopefully the GoPro's not going to kill itself again. Ignore the first one. Yeah, I'm alright with that. See, I haven't done any target work with this apart from in the last video where I zeroed at 45 meters. That's alright, isn't it? There's no one else here, but that's alright, isn't it? Apart from that first one, but then I have just been running. Come on! They're all going through the same bloody hole now. Right, so I'm going to go for... There's 3 black dots there. Let me go for the big one on the left. Come on. I was hoping that would be the last one so I could end on that. That was bloody good. Come on. Do you know what? I'm going to be really cheeky now. I'm going to go for the little one. I'm going to go for the little tiny dot. Let's see if I can do it. I've got one last one in the magazine. I clipped it on. I got it, didn't I? I think that's it. That's it. That's good, isn't it? Zeroed at 45. It was impressive. I was quite pleased with myself. Zeroed at 25. That's pretty good, I think. I don't want to oversell myself here because I've got another target to go. I'm going to go and make sure that GoPro got absolutely any of that, because I will be gutted if it didn't. Yeah, and then I'm going to move on to the target next to it, put another magazine into that, and if that's, I mean, that's, yeah. So let me go and check that GoPro a minute. Let's get that off. I think I'm getting a bit overexcited here. Some people might say, oh, it's 25 meters, that's nothing. I want to get good at shooting target as well as shooting rabbits, but I want to get good at this. This is cool, isn't it? I mean, I'm going to stop waffling. Taking your time is very important. I have learnt that. And for all the people as well that commented about my trigger, that was really good advice. That was really, really good advice. I do snatch the trigger. So I'm trying to think about it a little bit more and breathe through the actual action. Holding my breath. A fellow spear fisherman, advised me. I can't remember everybody's names, but I do read all the things. Go for the top left gentle trigger squeeze. I need to calm down. I made a mistake on that shot actually. One thing I'm always constantly going for the bull, trying to hit the bullseye. What I should have done was carried on, stick it to the same aim point, and all those pellets would have gone through exactly the same hole. So that is, I've actually wasted a little bit of an attempt at some good grouping here, because I just tried to hit the bull. But in other news, I hit the bull. I don't think there's any point in putting a full magazine through this target. So I'm going to go on to I'm going to try the black dot in between above it. I think I can get better than that. I did that. I'm 43 and I finger snapped. That's how excited I am about that. Oh my days. I've got a few shots left in this magazine. I don't really want to waste the other targets, so I'm going to go for the left-hand black dot. Do you know what? I've been watching so many other channels and they're just hitting it like this all the time and they're just so cool about it. So I'm going to try and be cool about it. I'm not going to be cool about it. It's all buzzing. I think that's pretty good, isn't it? Where are we going next? Let's have a little look at the right-hand target this time. Tell you what, let's go for the target, the bottom left now a second, just to try something out a minute. Maybe that was me. Got one more target up there to try, and we'll see if I can come to some sort of conclusion about that before I change the targets. Bottom right. That went exactly where I told it to, so let's try one of the dots. Okay. Wow. When I proper concentrate, I can actually hit exactly where I need it to hit. So I'm going to put one up at 35 and see whether or not I can use the holdover technique, which just means using the mill dots as your new temporary crosshair center, if that makes sense. So if you've got the mill dots in your sights, to all of the beginners out there, the mill dots in your sights, you need to figure out how many you have to lift it by to give it some more lob in order to get it to hit the target. So I'm going to put one up at 35. Yeah, let's try that. The GoPro's on the 35 meter mark now, and I'm going to see if I aim for the top one. I'm going to aim for the ball in the top target and see how much it drops and hope I don't hit the GoPro. Right. That, ladies and gentlemen, bang on 2 mil dots. So with that in mind, very strange. Okay. I was getting confused. I was counting mil dots wrong. Oh, Jesus. Right. Okay, let's try the bottom target a second. I'm just going to change plans again. I am going to put some new targets up at the 35, charge it right up, because I'm getting the mill dot on exactly the right place. It seems to be creeping around the targets a little bit, and I'm wondering if it's because it has come out the other side of its sweet spot, if that makes any sense. I'm going to charge it up to 200, put some new targets up, and see whether or not I can hit consistent groups at 35 meters with fresh air in it. With fresh air in it, with a new, you know what I mean. So that's 200 in there now. Cover the dust cover over again. I've only got 10% left on that GoPro, so I'm just going to crack on and see what I can figure out here. Right, that was 1 mil dot again. Okay. I'm wondering whether or not as with the CP2, when you put a new cartridge in there, whether or not it takes a few shots. It's come off of the top now. So just from them few shots, I'm wondering whether or not it just needed to bed itself in or settle the air down or anything like that. I don't know. Leave it in the comments what's going on here if you think you know, because not if you think you know, it sounded patronising, but if you know what's going on, I'm just going to keep doing this and see whether or not it starts to show some consistency at any point, because it is grouping. Right, these are all over the place now. They are everywhere. Right, they seem to be all over the show, and I can't blame myself, which I normally would. What I'm going to do quickly, so I'm going to take off my bipod. I'm going to very quickly, it doesn't fit very well, my rifle, because of where the grip is, but this will be a lot more steady than I am. I can give it some welly, heighten it up. So I now have in my sights, I wish I could show you, 1mm dot on the bull of the bottom target. It's actually slightly lower than the bull by a knacker, but it's in the same place, so I can keep it in that same place. I'm going to take that shot. Okay. It was me, wasn't it? Right. Okay. Jesus Christ, man. Right, top target, 1mm dot on the ball. Jumped a bit there. Here's a revelation. I was at John's this morning, and he was talking about him having a level on here. I don't think I'm holding the gun level every time. Like, if it's slightly on the piss one way, you know, definitely going to make a difference. If you've got your crosshairs like this, it's a beginner's perspective thing. So fast forward if you've been doing this for years and you're like, well, yeah, obviously it adds. But it stands to reason now in my head that if you've got a crosshair, you've got a pendulum sort of action with the sort of vertical and the horizontal. The center's the center. So if you get the center on, the center's where it's going to go. But if you've got to move 1mm dot down, if your gun's on the piss, it's going to be like a pendulum sort of scenario. So that makes a lot of sense. So this was worth doing just to figure that bit out. So I'm chuffed with that. I mean, there is that and the air settling down, but I'm definitely sure that some of those shots were because of following the angle of the down crosshair. The vertical crosshair would have been slightly kicked if the gun was slightly kicked. Again, I know it makes complete sense to a lot of people and you're going, yeah, obviously, but it wasn't that obvious to me until now. Right, if I can get that top one now with this shot, I don't think I've been holding the gun level. I think it's either... See, here's where variables come in again, isn't it? It's either I haven't been holding the gun level or down to its sweet spot. So let's go for the black dot. Keep the gun straight, get it to the right thing. That's the sweet spot, isn't it? Gotta be. That's it. I'm going to go back down to the 25 again now. No, I'm not. Now, I'm not sure at which point the bloody target had leaned over. So the GoPro could have got what I was just doing. It might not have done, but if it didn't, I'm doing it again anyway. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a magazine on here on one of the targets. Then I'm going to take it off this because I'm not going to be shooting off this contraption. This was just to try to figure stuff out. I'm going to go for the bull on the bottom target. That's not bad. I'm going to go for the bull on the bottom target again to see what the grouping situation is like. I completely jarred that myself. I would like to blame nobody but myself on that one. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm going to go for the top target now. See what we've learned. Off to a bloody good start, aren't I? Okay. Right, I think I know what I was doing. Come on, that ain't bad. That's a lot better than it has been going. So, yeah. Don't really know what to conclude from that for the benefit of the tape. Right, let's get it off of here. Get it back onto my bipod. Right. So hopefully I could do that again off the bipod. Let's see. That was 100% me. 100%. I shouldn't have pulled the trigger then. It's my problem. It's me. So, bottom target now. Right. 12 o'clock on the top target. Little off. I'm happy with that. I'm calling that a result. 160 on the air. I'm going to try it over 25 yards and see whether or not anything can occur to me. And then I'm going to try to come to some sort of conclusion for this video. Although a lot of questions have been answered, some of them I didn't even ask. Right. So let's go and see what we can do 25 yards. So that's 5 into that one. Let's go for bottom left. Right. This has been a great day for me. Right, let's see what we can conclude here. So I started this video by asking the question, will I be able to improve my accuracy and will I be able to find the sweet spot on my NP02? I think I could safely say that the answer to both of those questions is yeah. I'm by no means a marksman yet, don't get me wrong, but my accuracy over the course of this this session at the range has definitely improved. I'm quite pleased with it. I've managed to hit some, I'll show you, 2 seconds. So these aren't necessarily the best ones, but I have messed up targets by shooting at 6s and 12s and all that. But this was a 25 metre range. This was at 25 metres, this one. Let me get my face out a minute. And this was at 35 metres. Now, like I said, by no means is that, to some people's minds, impressive, but to me it is. I didn't have the level of accuracy or the level of skill to be able to make that happen a few weeks ago. I have now. That's blatant improvement, so I'm over the moon with that. When it comes to the sweet spot, I genuinely didn't have a clue what everybody was talking about, but when it's fully charged, it is a little bit all over the place, similar to the CP2 when you first put a fresh cartridge into it. A couple of shots are needed just to get it to settle down a little bit, so that's definitely real. Between 180 and 160 is definitely where it's at its happiest. I just want to say a massive thanks to Darren at D-Range for letting me come here and do this today. D-Range is fantastic. You've seen it in my last video. If you need any information about it, get hold of me and I'll definitely put you in touch. But so grateful to be able to come here. It's been phenomenal, and I definitely, this is where I'm going to be doing most of my learning, I can imagine. With that said, I just want to say thanks to everyone who's liked and subscribed and everybody who's commented. When I first started doing this, the whole point was I like making YouTube videos anyway, and I just started shooting a lot more with a bit of pest control with my friend Matt at Cornwall Pest Management, and it's just progressed into wanting to shoot rabbits, into wanting to get really good at target shooting. But most of that's driven by the comment section in my videos, so please feel free to leave comments, advice, criticisms, anything you want. Just hit me with the comments, because I massively appreciate them, and they are actually steering this channel in a direction that I'm actually really enjoying. But like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I massively appreciate all of you. Thanks for keeping me going, and thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, cheers, and bye.